What's up, Wargamers? Welcome back to World of Wargaming. I'm Isaiah. Today, Dundrek and the gang are going to be plowing their way out of the Shadow Deep. Now, I know that I had said that I was just going to go straight into Burn a Light, but I'm still working on the train for that. And I was thumbing through the Facebook group, and it's been a little while since I played a user-written mission. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. I'm going to be playing the Long Road Home. I think it's a mission meant to create a stopgap, like a closing after the Last Stand mission from the third mission set. And I've seen some other missions that did the same thing, but they did it via going backtrack through the same places you'd already been. I didn't want to do that. This one, however, says, you know, the rock faces kind of crumbled down, the stairs have collapsed, so we had to find another way out of the Shadow Deep. And it goes back and it uses some rules from the Bridge Guard scenario, which is my probably favorite scenario. So that's what we're going to be doing today. Now, before we do that, I want to take a second of your time and say from the bottom of my heart, thank you to Mr. Kurt Erickson, our newest Iron Level Patreon, who has pledged to support the channel over on the Patreon. If that's something that you would also like to help out with, there's a link down below in the description. There's also one at the very end of the video if you make it that far. And even if you don't want to do that, I would greatly appreciate it if you would hit that like, subscribe, share, notification button, smash all the things, because they all help me grow as a channel, and they also help to keep the Shadow Deep at bay. And let's get into this game of Rangers of Shadow Deep. You and your companions have escaped the attack at the ruined farmhouse, but now the time has come to retreat back to your own lands. The way back through the winding stair has been blocked by a landslide, so another way will need to be found. After searching for a path, your party finds signs where troops have recently passed by. You've decided that this is the best option, but the going is going to be slow. Some of the Laurenthians from the farm have been badly wounded and will need help walking. By the second day following this trail, you have come across a troop of gnolls escorting a small wagon. They are still within the borders of the Shadow Deep, so seem unconcerned of danger. If your rangers can overcome the guards, the wagon will make it much easier to get your wounded back to safety and rest. Okay, welcome friends to another game of Rangers of Shadow Deep. I have a few rolls that I need to make. I decided to split my forces. I am down a man, but I decided to split everybody up just to give myself a little bit more flanking and maneuverability for potentially outmaneuvering this band of gnolls. I do have a few tests that I need to take, dice that I need to roll before everything gets going, starting with a target number 8 tracking roll, which I'm going to take with Tobias because he has the best tracking. That is a 12-15, so I can move 3 heroes up to 6 inches. So I'm going to get that sorted out. I elected to push Gorban up closer to the rock. He is currently wounded. He's got 5 damage on him, so I'm probably going to be using a heal pretty early here. I moved Jameson over behind this stand of trees. Move Dundrek over here behind this rock, keeping everybody out of line of sight because this scenario uses the same villain functions as the bridge guards. So I get stealth and all that stuff. So I'm really excited for this mission. That's, as I've said in many comments and other videos, the bridge guards is one of my favorite scenarios. So the chance to use those mechanics in a different setting makes me very, very happy. My goal here is to secure this wagon. There is one thing that I'm going to change from the way it was written, and that is that instead of having the cart move a default 5 inches every turn, as long as it's not in contact with the hero, I'm going to have it move a d6. I'm going to randomize the movement of the cart. The game will last for 8 turns, and we're ready to get into it. Starting off the Ranger phase. I need to make a stealth roll because just like in the other one, I can make a stealth roll, and if I'm successful, then I get to move a gnoll. Dundrek is the best chance. Target number 8. That is a pass. Okay. So this is the gnoll right here. This is the one that I'm going to isolate and eliminate first. So I'm going to work out where I'm going to get that. Gnoll ends up right there. Dundrek's going to take his shot. He's currently at +9 to the shot because he's +5 base and then +4 for the stealth thing. So this might go pretty well. Let's see. That's a 15 plus 9 is a 24. Is definitely going to one-shot that gnoll. Boom. Oh, goodness, and I threw the tree. That's okay. We're okay. Everything's fine. And then Dundrek is going to move. Getting right up behind that stand of trees. I don't really want to take any more attacks right now because I don't want to raise the alarm yet. I don't want that to happen. So the rest of my other two movements are just going to be pushing people up. So we'll push, not him. We'll push Desdemona. Yeah, we'll push Desdemona up with Gorbin to right there. And I can probably push Jameson up as well. Oh wait, no, not Desdemona. Gorbin hasn't technically moved yet. Gorbin and Jameson are gonna be my other two who push. So Jameson ends up right here behind this stand of trees, backing up Dundrek. I decided to activate Desdemona instead of Gorbin, so she's gonna go ahead and step up and put that heal on Gorbin, bring him back up to full health from that badly wounded result from the last game. And then we'll go to monster phase. There are currently no heroes anywhere in line of sight. So all of my gnolls are going to be making a random movement. This is where we're starting. This is where we end up with a lot of the gnolls pulling back towards my edge of the table. Only one gnoll continuing to move forward. Jeez. So I think I'm just going to try to flank around here. And just for clarification, these trees that are bases, these obstruct line of sight. If it's on the big wide base, that's a stand of forest that's too thick to see through. With the smaller stuff, it's just these clusters of 3 kind of block. Just wanted to clarify that in case anybody was curious. I don't really think I want to attack here. I think I want to maintain my stealth and just push up the board. So I think I'm going to take a look and see if I can run everybody into good positions. To the event phase. Oh, let me show you where everybody ended, I guess. Gorbin comes up to hug rock. He comes around here this side, and Samuel runs up to join this group on this flank. Let's see what we get. Red 8 is gonna be a giant spider nest tree. Our nest tree has emerged right here. 2 giant spiders and a treasure token under there. Let's see how far the wagon moves. 1 inch. Turn 2, where I have a stealth check to make. I'm going to use Dundrek again. That is another pass, so I can pull somebody into Deathville. It's going to be... Who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? I'm not thinking about to move this gnoll around to here, where I am then going to lead off my ranger phase by taking a shot with him. So he's currently +6 to the roll, +7 to the roll. That is a 9 + 7 is a 16, so it will hit and deal, I think, 5 damage. I think Noel's damage on this Noel. And then I will move this way. Dart behind another piece of cover. Next, Gorbin is going to come in and hopefully finish this guy off. It's an 8 plus 3 is 11 plus 4 is 15, plus he has two-handed weapon, so an extra set of damage. That is enough to kill that gnoll. Yes. Okay. Alarm has not and will not currently be raised. I still got to activate with Dundrek. Will move and then shoot one of the spiders. -1 for moving before shooting, but that still leaves me at a +4. 15 plus 4 is 19, which is going to beat that spider by a bunch and absolutely pin that spider to a tree. Moving on to monsters, obviously, will be this other spider over here. Will be charging into Dundrek. He's got plenty of movement to get there and swing. I am 7 plus 2, so a 9, and the spider has fight plus 0, so I win. I won't do, wait, I will do 1 damage because they have armor 8. So I will deal 1 damage and then push the spider back. Friends still can't see anybody, so they'll be moving randoms. Archer moves up towards the riverbank. As per the rules, he cannot randomly move into the river. And then the sergeant and the other archer start coming through the woods this way, I guess trying to see where their buddy went. That's fine with me. For the rest, back to the rest of my actions, Jameson, no, we'll start here. Let's start with Samuel, who's going to take a shot at that spider. Probably going to hit. Okay, he rolls a 2, which does hit, and he's plus 6 right now, which is an 8, which is not enough to bust through their armor and do any damage. So, missed shot, and then he's going to move. Jameson will come in. He's going to come to this side here. Yep, sure. And he'll take a swing. Ooh. It's a tie. That will be a tie. Because I'm plus 4 with Jameson, right? Yep, plus 4. So that'll be a tie, so we will both deal damage to each other. So I will deal enough damage to kill the spider. Spider will deal, I think, 4 damage to the spider is dead. Jameson takes 4 damage and becomes poisoned. So he only gets 1 action per activation. Coming over to this side of the board, Desdemona, I think we're just gonna do this and hope that it goes well. Desdemona's gonna move. Is this the right play? We're gonna get in. So Desdemona's gonna come back. She's gonna move to here. And then we're gonna drop that fireball right there. So this will be plus 3, plus 4, 7, minus 1, so plus 6 to the roll. Against the sergeant is a 21. If it weren't for the minus 1 for moving, would have been enough to fry the sergeant. So that'll leave the sergeant at 1 health. And then for the archer, that is a 5 plus 7 is, or plus 6 is 11, which will hit but not do damage. At this point, the alarm has been raised. Let's draw an event card. Red Ace. Giant serpent will loom up out of the river, and the cart will move 4 inches. That's to turn 3, where I'm going to activate Tobias first, I think. I gotta deal with some stuff on this side. Like I gotta, because this is gonna hurt me in the long run if I don't. So Tobias is gonna move out and take a shot at the sergeant and try to get him dealt right there and take my shot. That is a missed shot. Not ideal. We're gonna move Gorbin. We're gonna double move him around this way. Kind of pulling fire away from Desdemona's current uselessness. Dundrek is gonna move up this way. Double move Dundrek to touch the cart, the wagon, so that it stops, which will bring us to monster phase. The sergeant will activate first and will come a running at Gorbin. Oh, both of them in the trees. Oh, that's not good. So that was a 20 for the sergeant and a 4 for Gorbin. So that'll go to a 20. That will do 11 points of damage to Gorbin. All right, and the sergeant will of course opt to choose to stay stuck in. This archer will take a shot at Tobias and miss, or hit, miss. He'll miss. Or hit but won't do damage. That's the one. Snaky Snake. Now I'm assuming here that it says that the Wagoneer can die, but it says that players can't kill the Wagoneer and that gnolls won't kill the Wagoneer. So I assume that the random monsters that spawn will attack the civilian Wagoneer if he is the closest. So that's where that snake is going to be headed. We'll double move to the civilian, but not have any actions left to bring us to the rest of my actions. So Jameson will move to get beside the treasure. That's about all he can do. Samuel is going to be moving up this way. So Samuel moving up the left flank. Desdemona moving up the right flank. Jameson moved over to the treasure. We'll go to an event card. The Black Ace. So we got a rainstorm, which means line of sight reduced to 10 inches and a -2 penalty to the shooting. Also, the wagon slows down, so in the way it's written, it would move 3 inches now. I'm going to play it that now it moves a D3, which obviously right now, it's not moving anywhere because it's got me touching it and a snake touching it on the other side. So we go to hero phase. I really don't want Corbin to lose that fight, but I don't have much of a choice. Like, I've got to deal with that situation one way or the other. So Corbin, I need you to pull your weight here, bud. Okay, that's an admirable roll. 13, 17, that does, okay, good job, buddy. You killed the sergeant. Good job, my ogre friend. And then he's gonna move this way. I realized that I forgot to move that gnoll last turn, so I went ahead and resolved that. Dundrek has to activate here. I really don't want him to go into melee like that. We're gonna go to Tobias. He's gonna take a shot at the gnoll archer, and we'll go from there, and I'll figure out what I want Dundrek to do. That's a 10 plus 1 is an 11, which will hit but not do any damage. And then he's going to continue up. He's just going to go in on the snake. I do have some support here because of the civilian, so I just need this to go well. 17 is going pretty well. So that's 17 plus 2 is a 21 over the armor 8 with 10 health. That will absolutely cut the head off of that giant snake. Yes! Good job. We'll do it for the ranger phase. Forgot the word. We're going to go to the monster phase where that gnoll is going to be able to see me to take a shot at -2. 16 plus 1, so that's a 15 against my 17. It will not hit. Plus the, yeah, awesome, will not hit. Going to the rest, oh no, this, sorry, I got ahead of myself. That gnoll will move randomly because it can't see anybody right now. It's going to come this way. To the rest of my companion phase. So we're going to move Tobias out, and he's going to take a shot at that gnoll. Tobias. Samuel. So this is going to be at -1 because it's +2 for his shooting, -2 for the rain, and then another -1 for the cover, for the intervening terrain, for the bush. So I'm at -1 to dice. Which 14, 13 will hit and deal 2 damage. Jameson will pick up the treasure. Last action will be to move Desdemona. I'm going to run her up to here. And we'll draw an event card. Red 7. 2 no warriors on the right or the left. So we're going to randomize. So even will be the left. Even, so we're going to go over there. And then we'll randomize where they come in. So break it down by D3 of 12. So first 12 inches at the 12. Coming in right there. Wagon will not move currently. And we'll go to turn 5. Ranger phase. I totally forgot about it, but the Knoll Sergeant was supposed to drop a clue where he dropped, so I'll have to go back and pick that up now because I forgot. Gorbin is going to move down, interact with the clue. Sure that my goal here is to just get to the wagon and keep it from rolling off the table. Just guard the wagon until the scenario ends. So right now I'm going to try to just keep it in that little hunker down defensive position. Gorbin has activated. I'll have to make a read rune rolls in a little bit at the end of the mission because it says any character may make the roll, so we'll wait until we're all gathered together. Desdemona will probably be the one to make that roll. Gotta activate Dundrek. So this is what we're going to do here. With these last two activations of my Ranger phase, I'm going to bring Samuel over, and he's going to make a fight roll. No, he's not. Yeah, he is. See, that was a mistake. 6 damage to me. Dundrek's going to come in and swing as well. Oh, that's crit. Oh, against a crit failure. That's a super dead Knoll. Good job, Dundrek. Get in there, bro. Go to the monster phase, where this fellow is going to take a shot at Tobias. That's going to hit. It's -1, -2. Yeah, +2, -2, and then -2 for... No, -1 for the thing. So it's a 17. Which is going to deal 6 damage to me. Both of these Knolls cannot see anyone, so they will be on random movements. Show you where they end. Rolled pretty much the same direction, so their patrol just kind of moves up that table edge in a northerly fashion. And then we'll go to my companion phase, where Jameson is going to move up this way. Desdemona is going to move around that way. And Tobias is also just going to... Well, no, he's going to take a shot, and then he'll move up that way. Tobias just shot. 14. +1 is 15. Will hit and deal 4 damage. Ending here out of line of sight after his shot. Desdemona moving to join the group. And Jameson cutting up through the trees and the brambles. Bringing us to the event phase. Red 5. One giant spider in contact with a random character. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So Gorbin. Spider snuck up on you. Gross. And we'll move because I'm not currently touching it. So D3, 3 inches. Desdemona gonna move to interact with the cart just to halt its progress. Dundrek will move to this side and do the same. And Gorbin will try to deal with his spider problem. Hopefully that goes well. Okay, it does go well. Thank goodness. That's enough to kill that spider. Whew, I was really worried about that with him being at, 1 health. And then he'll move. Alright, so we got 3 Knolls on the board who are all going to be making random movements. So this first Knoll going to come this way. 2 Knolls are starting to spread out, and their movements are pulling them back towards the cart. Bringing us to the rest of my hero activations, which is going to be Jameson, Tobias, and Samuel, who are going to be moving. Tobias is going to move up and take a shot. Jameson is just going to move. Same with Samuel right there. Going to take a shot through that opening in the brush. That's going to be a miss. And then Jameson's just going to move. Going to get the red 2. That was the one that I was probably the most terrified of. Troll on the bridge. So we're going to start off with Dundrek in the gang. Let me check some ranges. So Dundrek is going to burn a charge on his magic bow, giving him +1 shoot. I'm also going to use my steady aim heroic action here to give me +5 to the shot. And so I'm currently at plus 11. Minus 2 for the rain, so plus 9. I'm going to use my once per game reroll there. 19. There it is. There it is. That'll hit and deal some damage at least. 5 damage to the troll. Doesn't have any, or Samuel doesn't have anything fancy to add to his shots, but he's going to take them nonetheless. So that's going to miss. Tobias will take a shot. 13. And I'm just plus 1 here, so that will hit. That'll be a 14, and we'll deal 3 damage. So okay, up and out of sight. Bringing us to the monster phase, where this guy is going to move random down this way. And then these fellows, however, at least he can see somebody, so he's going to be moving towards. I really wanted him to just keep moving back this way, but that's the way she goes. That knoll is not going to be able to see anybody, so he's going to make a random. And then this knoll can see, I believe. So again, fortunate for me, at least the troll moves slowly. That's a plus. We're going to go to the rest of my companion phase, where Gorbin is going to move up behind the cart just to get him, so he's not going to get plinked off by this archer. Jameson is going to move up, and I think that I can get him out of line of sight of the other one. So we'll go to there. Desdemona is going to pick up one of the treasures off the back of the wagon, and that's everybody. Dundrek. Yep. That's everybody. All right, so event phase. Red 9. Correction. Red 9 was not supposed to be in the event deck, so we'll try again and get a red 3, which is one no archer within 12 inches of the wagon in a random direction. Walking up behind his 2 compatriots right there. Wagon won't move because I'm touching it, and we will go to the next turn. Going into Ranger phase of turn 8. I feel much more confident knowing that it's actually turn 8 here. That makes me feel better about a lot of things. So we're going to start with Dundrek. He's going to take a shot at the troll. That is the opposite of what I needed. We're going to go, and then with his second action, he will pick up this other treasure off the back of the cart. We'll go to Samuel taking a shot at the troll. That is not going to do anything. And we'll go to Tobias taking a shot at the troll. Oh man, that would have been a really good shot if he hadn't have rolled a Twinkie. So that's my hero phase. We'll go to the monster phase, where this guy's not going to have anybody in line of sight because he's too far away, I think. Oh no. He can see Jameson. He got a 12. I got a 1. And he's straight dice, so he will deal 1 damage. Next will be the troll, who will troll his way on into the huddle with both Dundrek and Tobias. He'll swing at the one with the lowest health, which is currently the slave, the civilian. Oh, and he's going to wreck that civilian. So that is going to deal 10 damage and just absolutely mush the poor Wagoneer. Bringing us to this knoll, who will move in, take a swing at Jameson, and hit him, which will be enough, unfortunately, to knock Jameson out, and he will drop that treasure token that he was carrying. Will double move to Dundrek, but won't be able to do anything. That'll bring us to the end of the monster phase, and the rest of my companion phase, I'm just not going to do anything because I don't want to risk anybody just getting whomped out. It's the last turn, so we're just going to end it on that note. I got some post-game stuff to do, So let's see how that pans out. First, let's roll for Jameson. He gets a 4, which is a permanent injury. I'm going to use one of my Anthelus that I have to bump that up to a 5, which will make him badly wounded instead. Mona's going to make a read runes roll to check out this clue. That's a 6 plus her 3 will not do it. That's okay. That's okay. Next, we'll do some treasure rolls. So for the treasure that Dundrek is carrying, there's an 8 wheat, which is an herb, which I'm going to give to... Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, herb or potion. It wasn't a hake. It was a hake wheat. I'm not going through all that again. Yeah, I did that right. So it came out to a roll in the herbs and potion table, which came to another 8, which was a hake wheat, which gives me 2 temporary health points at the cost of 1 will. The second treasure roll is a 10, which is going to be another roll on the herb or potion table. And it's going to be a Farlight Leaf, which gives me +1 shoot, -1 fight, -1 will for the scenario. And that is going to Samuel. Let me calculate up some XP. I might be able to get a level out of this. It was exactly enough. I was at 121 XP and I got 29 XP. So I got exactly enough to get from level 6 to level 7, where I got 10 more recruitment points. So I'll get a little bit beefier going into the next whatever it is that I do. And then I'll pass out some progression points and all that good stuff. But I don't think any of that's going to matter. None of that's going to go tear anybody up today. So for today, that's it for this game of Rangers. Thanks so much for stopping by, hanging out while I rolled some dice. I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your day. And as always, I'd like to say a big, huge, from the bottom of my heart, thank you to our patrons who support us and pledge to us over on Patreon. You guys are the absolute best. If you enjoyed the content you saw here today and that's something that you would like to consider doing to help out the channel, go over there, check out the link in the description, check out the Patreon. There's a lot of cool stuff over there, including access to our Discord server, talk to me, hang out with me, talk about our work, what we got going on in the hobby, some shout outs, all kinds of cool stuff. Check it out if that's something that you think you would be into. And regardless of whether or not you do that, I want you to know that I am incredibly grateful that you decided to stop by and spend part of your day with me today, rolling dice and pushing toy soldiers around. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. And as always, may the dice be ever in your favor.